As we look at our forecast for today, nicer conditions are in store for our Labor Day plans. Yesterday, quite a bit of a soggy setup as we were waking up on Sunday morning. We had those rumbles of thunder first thing to start the day and quite a bit of heavy rain accumulations. For today, I'm talking about 40% shower and storm chances. So we scale those back a bit. They'll bump up to 50% come Tuesday as well as Wednesday. Temperatures today, they're going to top out right around 90 degrees. We will have more sunshine in the mix to go with more isolated coverage of showers and storms. And the big picture here, this is the stationary front that we've been talking about the last couple of days. We have seen an area of low pressure start to spin up just off the eastern coast of Florida, right along that boundary. And that is actually what's helping to dry out our weather pattern just a bit. We look in the mid levels of the atmosphere, and this right here is some drier air, and up and around that low pressure system, driving in some winds out of the north and northeast, pulling in just a sliver of that dry air compared to all the deep reds and purples that we see across really the southern half of the state. That's all that high moisture content, and that is going to allow for a greater coverage in passing downpours and thunderstorms for areas further south of I-4, particularly south of the Tampa Bay area for today. Checking on winds, you see that north wind pattern all across the state. A little bit breezy right now in the Daytona Beach area, 29-mile-per-hour gusts. Otherwise, winds are calm, expecting them to be up to 10 and occasionally up to 15 miles per hour for today, but primarily winds out of the north and northeast running around 5 to 10 miles per hour for your Labor Day plans. Checking on temperatures right now, we've got low 70s for the Panhandle. It's about 78 there in the Jacksonville area, and most of our area warming really comfortably through the low in the mid 70s. Now 77 is our average low in Tampa. We're just a touch below that, sitting at 75 right now. About 74 the temperature in Haines City as well as Winter Haven, 76 over in Bradenton. And as we look at the day ahead, overall 70s through about the 9 o'clock hour. Then we start to warm through the 80s. Temperatures today are mostly going to range from the mid 80s to about 90 degrees. You look at your future cast here on our Fox model. Notice more sunshine as we get to the 10 o'clock hour. Things really are quiet with a couple of thunderstorms over near the Space Coast, and we will be able to develop some of those thunderstorms for the afternoon. But look at this coverage, really spotty here, running around 40%, meaning more than half of us are going to stay dry today. And the coverage of showers and storms, while you may get one, it's going to be more of that passing downpour activity. So you may briefly get some heavy rain. Otherwise, you clear it out. It's not going to be that pesky several hours dealing with the ongoing shower and storm coverage like we had yesterday morning and into the start of our Sunday afternoon before we cleared out all of those rainy conditions. Not a bad one to head to the beach, topping out around 88 if you are hoping to head to St. Pete Beach this afternoon. Winds out of the north and northeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds, a stray chance for one of those late afternoon showers, but I think most of our beach areas are going to be able to enjoy more sunshine and a nice dry one. We'll reach for temperatures there along some of our waters there, I should say, about 87 degrees. That's where our water temperatures are there on Clearwater Beach. So close to normal for this time of year, comfortably warm if you're hoping to go dip into the Gulf. As we look at highs today overall, there are those mid and upper 80s that I was mentioning to you for most of the area. I think Tampa, we're right on the cusp of 89 to 90. I think we're likely going to break out into 90 degrees this afternoon. Otherwise, about 85 there in the Crystal River area. Upper 80s for Bradenton, along the coast there to Sarasota, Venice, and Northport, likely right around 90 degrees for your high this afternoon. There's a check on your marine forecast. If you are getting out on the water, winds out of the northeast, north by this afternoon, primarily around 10 to 15 knots, maybe a gust up to 20 around this morning. Seas running 1 to 2 feet, moderate chop on the bay. Gulf temperature is sitting right at 86. And as we check out your tide times, those don't want to play ball with us this morning. I guess our tides are sleeping in a little bit, but we'll give you a check on those coming up in the next half hour. Otherwise, lows tonight around 76 in Tampa, low to mid 70s. We'll call it a seasonal night with partly cloudy conditions. And there's your 7-day forecast with coverage of storms back up to 50% tomorrow and into the middle of the week.